Every sign has its strongest stars today, and there's one stretch better suited to routine tasks than fresh starts, both coming up in this reading. Welcome. This reading is based on your Western sun sign using tropical astrology, so know your sign by birth date to follow along accurately. The moon is a waxing crescent moving through Virgo, and New York time governs every clock in this reading. From 3:23 in the afternoon yesterday to 10:19 in the morning tomorrow, the moon sits quiet between signs, a soft pause that favors finishing what's already on your plate rather than launching anything new. That's the stretch we promised you. Readings today are from your sun sign. The link below finds yours in 10 seconds. The sun still shines from Leo and enters Virgo in 8 days, marking a shift in the sky's larger mood. Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto continue their retrograde motion, an old, familiar rhythm that simply asks for patience rather than worry. With the sky shape named, let's move sign by sign into what today holds for you. Aries, your courage still leads before your caution catches up, and today favors letting patience finish what boldness starts. Yesterday, the moon opened in your sixth house of daily work and routine, so if you're arriving a little weary from tending duties and health, that is simply where the day before left you. In work and money, the moon continues through that same sixth house, sharpening your focus on routine tasks and small responsibilities. And for you, this favors finishing one thing fully rather than starting five. So choose the task that matters most and see it through today. In relationships, Venus sits strong in her own sign in your seventh house of partnership, supporting honest, subtle conversation with the people you share commitments with. Aries, letting someone else set the pace for a moment brings a fairer agreement closer. In energy and health, Mars, the ruler of your very sign, sits weakened in Cancer within your fourth house, asking for a gentler hand than usual. So let your native fire show up as steady movement rather than force. The day favors follow through over fireworks, and steady completions are what it quietly rewards. Before you close it, consider setting out water or a bit of food for a stray animal or the birds nearby, a small kindness that asks for nothing back. May today bring you one moment worth remembering. Taurus, let your steady hand speak louder than words today, especially close to home and close to the heart. Yesterday's gentle opening in your fifth house of creativity and romance carried into today, so a touch of that playful, tender mood likely lingers. In work and money, Venus, the planet that rules you, stands at full strength in Libra, and you, Taurus, build slowly and build things that hold. So put today's effort towards something meant to last. In relationships, the moon still moves through your house of creativity, children and romance. So warmth comes easiest through a shared project or simple affection with those you love. Let that closeness lead rather than be forced. For energy and health, Mars sits weakened in Cancer today, so words may take more effort than usual. Choose patience over pushing through a hard conversation, and let your body rest when it asks. The same warmth from your house of creativity and romance carries through the rest of today, Taurus, steady and yours to enjoy. Let that steadiness show up as a small kindness. Give someone your full, unhurried attention while they speak, asking nothing back. If you would like to see it all mapped out, your complete birth chart is free on our website, ready whenever you are Go easy on yourself today. The stars are patient and you can be too. Gemini, today favors steady ground before it favors sparkle. And the warmth you are known for finds its clearest outlet close to home. Yesterday, the moon opened in your house for the seat of home, family, and your inner ground, and that likely left you turned inward, tending to roots rather than chasing new conversations. Now, with the moon moving through your fourth house again, work and money do best when you handle them from a settled place. Finish the quieter task, confirm the plan already in motion, rather than launching something new today. Venus, your period lord, sits comfortably in Libra, its own sign, lighting up your house of romance and creative pleasure. So relationships carry an easy warmth, especially conversations you begin rather than wait on. Gemini, that same Mercury ruled curiosity that makes connection effortless for you is exactly what makes today's exchanges feel light. For energy and health, let the day stay unhurried. Since the moon's presence in your foundation asks for rest more than restlessness, so protect an hour of quiet before evening. The day settles where it began, in the comfort of home and steady footing. If someone around you is carrying more than they can manage today, offer to take a real, practical piece of that load off their hands simply because it lightens their day. Wishing you a calm and steady day ahead. Cancer, this is a bright, confident stretch for you, one that keeps rewarding, steady, patient moves over rushed ones. Yesterday's clarity and focus likely carried you smoothly into today, and that same steady energy continues now. With Jupiter keeping generous company alongside your Sun and Mercury, so proposals, money talk, or a pitch tend to land more easily than usual. A good day to send that email or make the ask you've been sitting on. Venus, ruling this period, sits steady and at home in Libra, own sign and comfortably placed, and that steadiness shows up for you as ease in your closest relationships and at your own table. Cancer, you are ruled by the moon and you read a room before anyone in it says so. Trust what you're sensing in a loved one right now, even before they say a word. The moon is moving through your third house, the one that governs courage, siblings, and short journeys, keeping your energy quick and sociable, good for a short trip or catching up with a sibling or close friend. If someone in your life has been a little alone lately, let this be the day you check on them in person or with a call, offering your full attention simply because it matters. Nothing asked in return. Let today be simple. That is enough. Leo, your presence carries the day before you've even opened your mouth, and today that quality works especially in your favor. Yesterday's focus on your money and possessions likely had you thinking hard about what truly matters to you, and that reflection settles now as attention shifts elsewhere. Venus, comfortably placed in its own sign, moves through your third house of communication and nearby connections today, and that supports easy, warm conversation. So let a call or message to someone close carry a little more care than usual. Leo, you carry the sun as your ruler, and that warmth reaching people ahead of your words is a real strength, not a coincidence. So trust it in how you show up today. Pluto sits retrograde in your seventh house of partnership, gently asking you to sit with what a close bond needs, rather than rushing any decision there. So let one shared conversation move at its own pace. Mars sits weakened in your 12th house of rest, So your energy serves you best in quiet stretches. Protect one pocket of downtime rather than pushing through. That same quiet magnetism keeps working for you as the day unfolds. Somewhere today, offer your seat, your place in line, or a few unhurried minutes to someone who needs it more than you do, simply because you can. May something small go beautifully right for you today. Virgo, today ask you to turn your gift for noticing details back toward your own mind and body, not just everyone else's needs. Yesterday's gathering of light around your sense of self likely left you turned inward, still settling into your own thoughts, and that quiet continues now. Mercury, your ruling planet, moves through Leo together with the Sun and Jupiter, and that cluster sharpens your focus at work. So, a task needing careful follow through will go smoothly if you give it your full, unhurried attention today. Venus, gentle and steady in her own sign of Libra, colors how you meet others, Virgo, and since she guides the whole day, conversations lean, warm, and easy when you let yourself simply listen instead of managing. Precision is instinct for you, and quiet service is the shape your care naturally takes. The moon moving through your house of self, vitality, and how you come across keeps energy close to home. So, rest counts as real progress, not a pause from it. That inward, unhurried attention is exactly what today keeps handing back to you. Let that steadiness show today in a small act of care. If someone nearby has been struggling to grasp something you already understand, sit with them and walk it through patiently, offering nothing more than your attention and asking nothing back. Carry this lightly and have a truly good day. Libra, today you feel steady in your own skin because Venus, your ruling planet, sits at home in Libra itself, in your first house of identity, and that kind of harmony is rare enough to notice. Yesterday's moon opened a warm, self-assured stretch for you in your 12th house of rest and retreat, and that quiet ease has likely carried gently into today. Libra, you are the one who finds the balance point in almost any room, and that gift is simply Venus working through you exactly as it should. In work and money, the moon's continued presence in your 12th house favors closing loops quietly rather than chasing new noise. So let today be for finishing what rest interrupted, not launching something bold. In relationships, with Venus so comfortable in your own sign, your natural charm reads as sincere rather than smooth, and a warm word to someone close will land exactly as you intend. In energy and health, the same 12th house rhythm asks for a slower pace, so honor it with an early night rather than pushing through. This has been a settled, self assured day for you, Libra, and a good way to close it is by passing along something useful you no longer need, perhaps a book, a tool, or a spare hour of your time, to someone who could actually use it, simply because you can. The day is yours to shape. Shape it kindly. Scorpio, today favors letting your steady depth be seen because your career house is unusually lit up right now. Yesterday's gathering energy around friends and gains likely left you feeling connected and hopeful, and that ease carries into today. In your house of career and standing, the 10th house from your sun sign, the sun sits strong in its own sign of Leo, joined by Mercury and Jupiter. For you, this means recognition comes easily when you simply show your work, So let today's meetings carry your honest opinion. You are ruled by Mars and you go deep where others skim. Your resilience is easy to underestimate, Scorpio, and today it works in your favor. For relationships, Venus, ruling this period and comfortably at home in Libra, moves through your 12th house of quiet retreat. So closeness now favors a private conversation over a public gesture, and reaching out to one person today serves you better than a crowd. For your energy, the moon's presence in your house of friends and wider networks keeps yesterday's warmth alive, and time with people who lift you will restore you faster than solitude today. Let that steady thread be today's landing. The depth you carry is real, so find the person you've been meaning to encourage and simply say the kind word you've been holding back, asking nothing in return. Move through today at your own pace. It is the right one. Sagittarius, today rewards quiet steadiness over grand gestures, and what you build calmly now will outlast anything showy. Yesterday, the moon moved through your house of career and public standing, so if that sense of being seen still lingers a little, that makes sense. For work and money, Venus, today's period lord, sits in Libra, its own sign, in your 11th house of friendships and gains, genuinely favoring cooperative deals over solo pushes. So let a colleague's offer of help count as a resource, not a shortcut. Sagittarius, that same warmth extends to your relationships. The Sun, Mercury and Jupiter are gathered in Leo, lighting your 9th house of learning and travel. And since Jupiter itself rules you, this is your own honest search for meaning showing up in conversation. So, a talk that stretches your thinking is worth more than one that simply agrees. For energy, let your natural optimism stay grounded rather than scattered, pacing today's plans instead of chasing everyone at once. The public standing the moon, highlighted yesterday, now works alongside you in the people you meet today. In that quiet, find one chore that was never yours to do and finish it without saying a word about it. May the day meet you kindly and leave you a little lighter. Capricorn, this is a period of quiet, steady alignment where what you have built over time begins to show its shape. Yesterday likely left you reflective, your attention drawn toward what you believe and where a longer journey might lead. Today, Venus, the planet guiding this period, sits comfortably in her own sign of Libra, lighting your 10th house of career and steadying your hand at work. You can trust that fair, patient effort gets noticed now without needing to push for it. Saturn rules you, Capricorn, and you play the long game by nature, not by discipline. So let today's work be one more brick laid calmly rather than a leap. Mars moves through Cancer, weakened there, in your 7th house of partnership, so someone close to you may feel more sensitive than usual. Meet that with patience rather than correction, and a soft word will carry further than a solution. With the moon still moving through your 9th house of belief and learning, your energy tonight favors quiet reading or rest over pushing your body hard. Let today settle into the steady alignment you already know how to build. And somewhere in it, find a moment to thank someone whose work usually goes unnoticed, the one quietly keeping things running in the background, simply for the sake of thanking them. Whatever today asks of you, you have met harder days than this. Aquarius, the sky gathers its attention in your house of partnership today. And that means the people closest to you deserve your full presence now. Yesterday's turn through shared resources and deep change may still have you sitting with questions that don't resolve on command, and that quiet processing carries into today. In work and daily commitments, Mars moves through Cancer, weakened this period, so the sixth house asks for gentler upkeep rather than force. Pace your tasks instead of pushing through them. Your relationships hold real light as Leo fills your house of partnership and you're being called to show up for someone who matters. Saturn rules you, Aquarius, and gives you a mind that finds the angle nobody else tried. Use that gift to offer a partner a perspective they hadn't considered. Underneath it all, Pluto moves quietly retrograde through your own house of self, a sign that change is working beneath the surface rather than announcing itself. So let rest count as real progress today. As this partnership focused stretch continues, let some of that attention flow towards someone who's unwell, not to fix or hurry them, simply to sit with them and let them set the pace, asking nothing back. Let today be useful rather than perfect. Pisces, this is a gentle, industrious stretch for you, the kind of day where quiet effort with others brings warm, lasting results. Yesterday, your attention opened toward partnership as the moon moved through your seventh house of close alliances. So today's steadiness may feel like a natural continuation of those conversations. On the work and money front, the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter are all moving through your sixth house of daily tasks and routines. And for you, Pisces, that favors patient, practical effort over big leaps. So let today's step be simply finishing what is already in front of you. In relationships, Venus, your period lord, sits strong in its own sign of Libra within your 8th house of shared resources and closeness. Compassion moves you first. And since Jupiter rules you, imagination reaches where analysis cannot. So this is a good window for honest, caring conversation with someone close. Your energy may run softer today, with Mars sitting weakened in your 5th house of creativity. So let rest be your practical step rather than pushing through. This is a day for steady, caring effort rather than drama. Pisces, as a small act of care, consider sharing a meal with someone who is hungry today. Offered simply because it is good to give, nothing asked in return. Walk gently today and let the day come to you. Wherever this day carries you, may it carry you gently, with a little more ease in your work, a little more warmth in your conversations, and a little more steadiness in your own heart. And may you close tonight knowing you moved through today with grace, trusting your own pace, honoring what needed your attention, and leaving room for rest, so that whatever tomorrow brings finds you a little lighter and a little more at peace with yourself. Which sign are you? Tell us in the comments. If today's sky was useful, subscribing keeps it coming every morning.